because we're going to try to record it, and that way he can come back and reference it. So hold on while I put it on speakerphone. Hey, are you still there? All right, I'm going to let Jude answer or ask the questions, and speak real loud, Jude, so he can hear you.
Okay. The first question that I have is, this year's History Day theme is taking a stand. The Farmers Holiday Association took a stand in the 1930s to protest low farm prices. How did they do that? How did they go about doing that?
Well, let me preface all my remarks by saying you probably weren't alive the last time I studied this, so I'm going to do my best here, but they were attempting to control the input into markets, and in a way, you want to think about this as controlling supply and demand. They were trying to control the supply to some degree, but they did it in a pretty ineffective way. They were also trying to address the problem of farm foreclosures, and that, I would argue, was more successful. And when you think of farm foreclosures, people tend to think about banks only, but also you should understand that there are a lot of insurance companies that own farm mortgages. And so, for my money, the most effective thing that the Farm Holiday Association ever did was to start fighting farm foreclosures by conducting what they call those penny auctions, that I'm sure you've heard of.
Yeah. Okay, the next question is, how effective do you think that this stand was?
Well, in terms of controlling the prices that they were getting, absolutely and completely ineffective. It was Milo Reno and frankly many of the folks who were in the movement were terrible economists, and their attempt to get a national strike really ended up being a strike on the I-29 corridor in a meaningful way, and so the vast majority of farmers were not participants, and so really the strike only had some very local effects, if any. It did nothing whatsoever to raise prices, and certainly didn't have any sort of a nationwide effect.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, in terms of actual effects, what I really think that they did most importantly was show that the banks and the insurance companies, that they really didn't want to foreclose on all these farmers, because really the ultimate effect would be that they were going to end up with a whole lot of farms. And so there's certainly some violence related to this, and that was not necessarily a good thing. But again, the big effect was that they began to convince the region's governors that they should support a moratorium on farm foreclosures, and I think that's something they would have come to anyway. It really didn't do the banks or the insurance companies any good to own large amounts of land. They weren't going to make any money on that.
Yeah.
But they did convince people that something had to be done.
Okay. Can you explain the differences between the Farmers Holiday Association in the South Dakota, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Iowa?
I'll admit I've never studied it in Iowa in any meaningful way, so I can't really give you probably too much there. I can say that in South Dakota, it was a pretty conservative movement. In the other states, they didn't tend to allow bankers and lawyers in, and they did here. It was actually pretty fairly tightly connected in South Dakota with the Democratic Party. So that was South Dakota probably had the least radical and the most conservative of all of them.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'd be uncomfortable. It's been so long since I studied
In your opinion, as a historian, is it difficult for farmers to organize and take a stand when the market shifts and prices bottom out in the market?
It's just as hard for farmers as it is for anybody else. Farmers were no more unified than any other group of people in the country. So you certainly had Democratic farmers, you had Republican farmers, conservative farmers, liberal farmers. So organization is just a very difficult thing. And, in the case of the Farm Holiday Association, they were supporting a pretty radical idea, that they really ultimately wanted McNary Haugen, the McNary Haugen bill, which was an economically really pretty foolish idea. And so there were certainly a lot of farmers who didn't see this as a really good way of doing anything. Saying you're going to go to the federal government, buy up all surpluses and guarantee that farmers make a profit. The problem was in this case that if you had done that and farmers were deeply in debt, farmers would have planted more than they ever had, which would have actually depressed prices even more, which is why Coolidge vetoed it twice. They certainly weren't united, and there were farmers who supported ultimately what became Franklin Roosevelt and Henry Wallace's plan, which was that you needed to limit production. So simply threatening to not bring crops to market may have sounded exciting at the time, but it was not any kind of a long-term plan. You really had to control production. We just simply had too much. It's hard to organize people, and it's hard to organize around a bad idea.
Yeah. Okay. What over-effective farmer stands have there been in history? How are they different from the Farmers Holiday Association? Could you repeat
the first part of that?
Yeah. What over-effective farmer stands have been there in history, or have there been in history? How are they different from the Farmers Holiday Association? Were they more effective?
I really can't think of any very effective farm movements. We had the National Welfare Suffrage in the 1870s, and then the Farmers Alliance, which was big from the 70s to the 90s, and ultimately bred the Populist Party. So they went far as to help establish a party, but really, when you look at prices, you really don't see them having any effect. Really, what tended to affect prices more than anything, more than political organization, were markets themselves, and all of that ultimately relied on weather.
Yeah.
So in wet years, farmers did well. In dry years, they didn't do very well. There were also deeper economic problems. So, for example, the last third of the 19th century, really from the end of the Civil War to 1900, but especially 1873 to 1897, the nation was in a deflationary period, and that came out of, in part, a law passed by Congress, the Coinage Act of 1873, that took silver out of the money supply. So these were years of declining prices for farmers, and farmers also tended to be debtors because they were buying machinery, and deflation is very hard on debtors. It's sort of like having an interest rate increase. And so, they went so far as to organize a party and run candidates for the presidency, but they never really achieved very much. You should understand that farmers as a group, because of mechanization, since the mid-19th century, have been a smaller and smaller and smaller part of the national populace. So that really makes them extremely weak. So politicians, they may like to talk about farmers, but in terms of real numbers, they attention in terms of action.
Yeah.
As city people did.
What was the political impact of the Farmers Holiday Association?
Well, I really don't see that they had much of one. The Roosevelt administration rejected the Farm Holiday Association's ideas. Like I said, Henry A. Wallace, who was the Secretary of Agriculture, saw Reno as, I think, very ineffective, radical, and maybe even a little bit dangerous. And so what really ended up having an effect was that, the Democratic Party and the Roosevelt administration created an entirely new, agricultural framework. And again, this was all based on controlling production. We've got to produce less because the law of supply and demand. One of the basic ideas in capitalism is that the more so common something is, the less valuable it is. And mechanized farmers, it turns out, way more productive than they needed to be. And farmers, certainly had lost any sort of belief they had in versatility. And so many farmers sort of gambled on Roosevelt. And there was still certainly some grumbling among Farm Holiday Association supporters. They weren't happy with this. Milo Reno had briefly supported Roosevelt there, but he wasn't happy with what followed. But it was pretty clear that the future really wasn't with any sort of idea of a strike, but rather with controlling production.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So not much of an effect politically.
Yeah. Well, if there wasn't that much of a political effect, what about the economic effect? Did it have an effect on the economy?
I really don't see it because it was such a localized movement. You can say we're going to go on strike, and that's just great. But if nobody else does it with you, it's going to be a pretty lonely and ineffective sort of a thing. And then that's kind of the way it worked out. The movement just kind of petered out after a while.
Yeah. Did it have any social impact or anything?
Well, again, it had the effect that it made clear, and I think the Roosevelt administration was certainly going to figure this one out on their own, that you couldn't, in a time of mass economic chaos, you couldn't go in and kick farmers off of the land because eventually that chaos was going to end. Eventually we were going to have some stability, and you had to have farmers at the end of that process. And you have to understand that the farm economy had been really, really bad for a very long time. A lot of people think about the ag economy starting in 1929, but you have to understand that the farm economy actually collapsed in the fall of 1920. So by the time the Depression hit in 1929, farmers were already failing left and right. And so, if anything, Milo Reno and the other striking farmers, and really more importantly, the farmers who did those penny auctions, they highlighted the problem that you've got to have a farm class if you're going to also produce your own food.
Yeah.
And so that ultimately was the longest lived, effect that they had.
Okay.
They in some sense, they certainly helped preserve rural America.
Okay. If you were doing a project from the Farmers Holiday Association, what would be some of the crucial pieces that you would include?
The pieces, did you say?
Yeah.
I would probably focus a bit on Milo Reno as a leader. He was somewhat charismatic, but he was also, to some people, kind of repellent. So he was able to attract people, but also push people away. I would focus on their relationship, the organization's relationship to state governments. And that would include, did they get along with the governors, and did they have any allies in the state legislature? I would certainly look at
Okay.
Okay.
That's all the questions I have for you. Thank you for your time.
All right, well, I hope that was helpful.
Thank
Yep.
you.
All right, well, thank you.
Okay,
All
bye.
right, take care.